So a couple of weeks ago, we got an email from Michelle from Vineyard Church in Northern Ireland saying that they had news of one of the people who they'd met when they were on an outreach to Calais, an Iranian guy who'd approached them because he wanted to know more about Jesus, basically. He'd heard in the camp about Jesus and he knew they were Christians, and so they shared more, and out of that he really wanted to be baptised, so they baptised him, and Michelle said it was like the most humbling and privileged thing she'd ever done in a ministry. So thankfully, in Trent, we have the lovely Navid and Calais, who are small group leaders and Farsi speaking. They're from Iran themselves, but been settled here for a long time. So we got in touch with Navid, and he was very happy then to contact the phone number that we had, and asked what he needed. Top of the list was a Farsi Bible, which he's never had before, and a phone, and clothes and food and so on. So in fact the very next day we were able to get those things to him. So I'd love to read Navid's story, because it is his story really, it's not about us, and this is his testimony that's been translated into English. I was born in a Muslim family in Iran, and I grew up following the same religion. Iran ranks as the 18th worst country in the world for freedom of expression. As a result, scores of human rights defenders and political activists remain behind bars for their peaceful activism, with little idea of when or if they'll be freed. I left my country because it was like a prison for me. When I left Iran for England, I encountered many problems along the way. When I had a big problem somewhere, only one person helped me without any expectations, and she was a Christian woman. Her actions had a profound effect on me. When I met Ryan and Diana after a while, I talked to them about my problems. Then they read the Bible to me. My heart melted when I heard God's word. And after I became acquainted with Christ, I decided to be baptised, and Brian and Diana baptised me in the sea. When I reached Nottingham, I joined the Christian Fellowship in Nottingham. Since then, I've learned more about God from studying the Bible. I learned that God is much greater, He's alive and more loving than I ever thought. He loves me and has set me free from fear and religion. I've invited Him to come into my heart and change my life, and He has come in. I long for the day when we can be free from superstition and darkness in Iran, and we can introduce the people to the God of love who is alive. Finally, I want to add that God gave me friends and a new family in the church, and I thank God that my life has changed.